Science fam, brace yourself as you are about to know the interesting facts and secrets of Phylum Porifera or the sponges. And let's get it on. Here are the interesting facts that you didn't know about Phylum Porifera or sponges. Sponges are considered animals, not plants nor corals. They have been around, that is, in our oceans for more than 600 million years. There are more than 8,000 known species of sea sponges in the world's ocean, and more are identified each year. They make up an entire phylum of animals which considered the Phylum Porifera. Sponges are some of the simplest of multicellular organisms, which means that they do not have heads, eyes, brains, arms, legs, ears, muscles, nerves, or organs. Even though they don't have organs, sponges are made up of specialized cells that carry out all the biological processes. Sea sponges have lots of pores to filter in for food and oxygen, and to push waste out, thus the name of porifera. Some of sponges can live up to 200 years, some even more than that. Phylum Porifera or sponges. Did you know that sponges are the simplest, most ancient animals live in water, like this guy? SpongeBob SquarePants. Porifera means pore bearers. As you can see on his body, he have pores to get food, because one of the characteristics of sponges is to get food through their pores. And for adults, they are sessile. What are sessile? Sessile are the characteristics of adult sponges, which means that they cannot move themselves, or they can only move via external force or water current, but are usually permanently attached to something like rocks and corals. And also, they are filter feeders. They move water containing food in the force and out a large hole in the top of an osculum. And also, their body is asymmetrical and sac-like. Let's go to the characteristic of sponges. Con. They are multicellular. They are heterotrophic, have no cell walls, and contain few specialized cells. And also, they have no mouth, guts, specialized tissues or organs, and have skeletons. And lastly, reproduce sexually and asexually. Let's go to the structure of the sponges. Sponges have simple body form, just like in the picture. They depend on the current of water for everything. They are sessile. Their body forms a wall around them and a center of cavity. Wall contains pores to allow water to flow into the center of their cavity. Other special cells and structures. First is solar cells. The solar cells is for the choanocytes digest food particles and contains flagella that moves the water current through the sponge. Next is the sculum. Sculum is the large hole in the top of the sponge that allows water to exit the central cavity. Next one is the spicules. As you can see in the diagram, that the spicules located at the center of the sponges. They are tiny and spiny structures that form the simple skeleton. Next one is amoeboid or archaeocytes. They are the cells that build spicules, that digest cells that build spicules, digest food, and transport particles to cells. They are located on the outer part of the sponge. Next one is the spongin. The spongin are the fibers of protein that make up softer sponges. That's why SpongeBob is so fluffy. The next one is reproduction in sponge. The sexual reproduction their eggs are stored inside the wall of female sponges. And also the male sponges release the sperm. Why the male release the sperm into water? Because when sperm enter the female sponges through the water current, and her cells carry the sperm to the egg to be fertilized or internal fertilization. And they are called hermaphrodites. And in asexual reproduction in sponge, it is either budding or regeneration. Okay? Gymnos. What is gymnos? It's pear-shaped collection of amoeboids surrounded by a tough layer of spicules, and they can survive harsh conditions and later grow into new SpongeBob. So it means that they can reproduce itself. They can make another sponges. They can make another sponges even if they are alone without a partner. Next one. Thank you for listening, Science Fam.